blood, we stand or fall. Our skin is painted rainbow white, no color sits on a higher side. And when the sun comes up to shine, it never asks whose land is mine. 1,000 tongues across the earth, but tears still speak one language word. And laughter sounds the same, my friend, from the beginning to the end. We are different branches of one tree, our roots run deep. Can't you see? One love enough for all. One heart will never fall. We are different branches of one tree, growing wild, growing free. One love is all we need. One heart, one single seed. Oh, love. The borders drawn on maps with ink, but does the wind stop there to think? The bird migrates without a stamp. The rain don't need no visa stamp. It falls on palaces and slums the same. It don't care about your flag or name. They built up walls to keep us apart, but we build bridges heart to heart. Every wound in you is a wound in me. Every light in you is a light I see. We are different branches of one tree, our roots run deep. Can't you see? One love enough for all. One heart will never fall. We are different branches of one tree, growing wild, growing free. One love is all we need. One heart, one single seed. When a leaf falls from the branch, it feeds the roots back underground. No branch survives alone, my friend. No soul can grow without the sound of other souls breathing close. We are one tree, one tree. I am from you and you're from me. The stranger is my family. We haven't met, not yet, not now, but hearts don't need to ask us how. Let's plant a garden with no fence, where every flower makes some sense. A child in Africa cries tonight, just
wake up to the siren, 6 a.m. alarm. Stealing glass around me like a vice around my arm. Skyscrapers stand like prison bars against the painted sky, and every soul beneath them just a number passing by. Billboards selling happiness and flavors I don't need. Neon lights keep flashing but they cannot make me bleed. The subway hums a melody no radio would play. 1,000 tired faces trying to make it through the day, but I and I still breathing, heart still beating clean. Babylon can't cage what Babylon ain't seen. Let the traffic roll, let the money talk its talk. My spirit walk on water where the around with currency and call it sacred land. They trade their children's laughter for a penthouse they have planned. The briefcase men move faster than the wind between the towers, selling minutes, buying things and losing all their hours. I see a flower breaking through a crack on 7th Street, yellow like a prayer that the city couldn't beat. Old woman on the corner humming something soft and true. She got nothing in her pocket, but she got a wider view. Cause I and I still breathing, heart still beating clean. Babylon can't gauge what Babylon ain't seen. Let the market crash, let the landlords raise the rent. My soul was never something that was borrowed or was lent. Slow down, slow down, close your rhythm. Slow down now, close your eyes now. Feel the rhythm in your bones. Even concrete got a pulse beneath the chrome and cobblestone. Remember who you were before they gave you a account number, before they sold you sleep and dressed it up as slumber. The pigeon on the ledge, him know a thing or two about flight. He don't need no boarding pass to taste the morning light. And the rain don't check your credit when it washed the city down. It blessed the penthouse rooftop and the beggar on the ground. So I keep my hands in dirt, even when the dirt is thin. I keep a song between my teeth, a garden deep within. They built this concrete kingdom, hoping we'd forget the shore. But the ocean in my chest still knows what rhythm's for. I and I still breathing, heart still beating clean. Babylon can't gauge what Babylon ain't seen. Let them stack their towers higher than the clouds above. Can't build a wall tall enough to block out love. Steel and glass, but the spirit made of grass. Grow through, yeah, we grow right through, yeah. Wake up to the sirens, 6 a.m. alarm. Steel and glass around me like a vice around my arm. Skyscrapers stand like prison bars against a painted sky, and every soul beneath them just a number passing by. Billboard selling happiness in flavors I don't need. Neon lights keep flashing, but they cannot make me bleed. The subway hums a melody no radio will play. 1,000 tired faces trying to make it through the day. But I and I still breathing, heart still beating clean. Babylon can't gauge what Babylon ain't seen. Let them stack their towers higher than the clouds above. Can build a wall tall enough to block out love. Steel and glass, but the spirit made the grass grow through, yeah, we grow right through.
Gather round now. The fire burn, the elders speak. Listen. When night fall heavy like a blanket on the land, behold one set with wrinkled palm and weathered hand. Fire crackling, popping, sending sparks up to the sky. Each flame a letter written to the Most High. Them vibes come slow, like river over ancient stone, carrying the weight of every seed that ever sown. Come closer, pick me, grandmother, she say. Make me tell you what me grandmother tell me one day. Word sound, traveling from mouth to ear to ground. Word sound, the ancestors, them still around. In every story told, every wisdom found. Word coulda hold what the tongue preserve. Every syllable a medicine for the nerve. Grandfather speak of the hurricane of 1910. Oh, the village rise up, rebuild again and again. Him voice crack like the firewood, but still him stand. Drawing maps of history in the sun. Remember this, him say, when I am gone away, your mouth become the vessel, your tongue must carry weight. See, them never had no library, them never had no archive. Them have sunk him stronger. The memory, the breath, the fire, they tried, every word was a brick. Building temples in the mind, every pause was a prayer, every story I design. Smoke rise and curl like questions to the moon. Children sick with open ears, absorbing every tune. The rhythm of the telling plans I seek so deep that even in them sleepy ancestors still speak. One generation whisper to the next in line, a chain unbroken, sacred, made of wise, not twine. And when the fire died down and the ashes cool and gray, the words still burning bright, passing on them way. No, I'm unsick before a different kind of flame. What they do is still the same, still the same. My children got applause, my voice begin to sway, and the grandmother speak to me tongue today. Tell them how the mountain, tell them how the rain, tell them how the struggle and the joy and the pain. Tell them every scar carry a lesson to learn, and the fire the word must see burn and they burn. Pass it down, pass it down. The fire may die, but the word live on. Pass it on from the first sunrise to the setting sun. Still around.
Breathe in, breathe out, you made it here. Breathe in, breathe out, you're still here. I spent so many years at war with my reflection, counting every flaw like some kind of collection. The mirror was my enemy, my judge, my jury too. I sentence myself guilty for just being born as me and you. I carried bags of shame from streets I used to walk, and replay conversations where I should have learned to talk. My bones remember every fall, my skin remembers rain. I used to curse the thunder, but the thunder knew my name. But I'm tired of fighting myself, tired of being someone else. I'm laying down my weapons now and learning how to breathe somehow. I am not my scars, but they made me who I am. Every crack inside my soul looks in the light again. I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be true. I'm finally learning how to love the way I do. These beautiful scars, these beautiful scars, they don't define me, but they remind me
10 years old when I learned that I was different. The world had certain boxes and I never seemed to fit in. So I bent myself in circles, trying hard to fill a mold, and lost the only shape that was worth more than any gold. My own shape, my own lies, my own beautiful crooked design. I apologize for breathing and for taking up some space. I made myself invisible to win some kind of race, but the finish line kept moving and the trophy was a lie. The only prize worth having was the peace inside my eyes. And I'm done with running now, done with keeping my head down. I'm standing in the rain tonight, and every drop feels like it's right. I am not my scars, but they made me who I am. Every crack inside my soul lives in the light again. I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be true. I'm finally learning how to love the way I do. These beautiful scars, these beautiful scars, they don't define me, but they remind me I survived the dark. These beautiful Dear younger me, I know you're scared tonight. I know the ceiling feels like it's falling, and nobody hears you calling. But let me tell you something, that darkness you're sitting in right now is building something in you that light alone could never do. Your pain is not your punishment, your tears are not your weakness. One day you'll wear these wounds like wings and fly across the deepest seas. I promise you, I promise you, you're gonna be okay. Now I sit with all my ghosts and offer them some tea. I say, I know you tried to break me, but you actually set me free. The loneliness, it taught me how to be my oldest friend. The heartbreak was the earthquake, but it built me up again. I turned my fears to firewood and let my soul get warm. I turned my tears to telescopes and watched the brand new dawn. The boy who once was broken is the man who holds the pen and writes a song for every soul who needs to breathe again. So if you're fighting yourself tonight, put the sword down, it's alright. You don't have to win this war, you just have to love what's yours. You are not your scars, but they made you who you are. Every crack inside your soul, let's in the light from far. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be real. You're finally allowed to let yourself just feel these beautiful contracts inked in gold and promises of more. Said my voice could fill arenas, faces I'd never seen before. Billboards with my photograph stretched across the interstate. A million strangers screaming love, they learn to imitate. But I've seen what that light does when it hollows out a man. Watched them trade their grandmother's recipe for $1,000. So I folded up their papers, left them on the table clean, walked barefoot to the river where nobody knew my name. 'Cause the truth don't carry price tags, can't auction what is real. You can buy yourself a mansion, but you cannot buy the way the forest feels. The truth don't bow to cameras, don't perform on someone's stage. I'd rather own one honest sunrise than 100 golden cages. Used to think that being seen meant finally being whole. Now I know the quietest places hold the loudest soul. Built a cabin where the cedar talks to morning mist. No Wi-Fi, no algorithm tracking what I made. I grow tomatoes fat and crooked, but none of them for sale. Drink my coffee while the woodpecker drums his daily tale. Neighbors are the foxes and the creed that never stops. I am rich inside, it's where the counterfeit world drops. The truth don't carry price tags, can't franchise what is pure. You can buy 1,000 followers, but you cannot buy a cure. The truth don't need a spotlight, don't shiver for applause. I'd rather own my solitude than sell it for a cause. They say I disappeared, I say I finally arrived. They count success in zeros, I counted in how deep I feel alive. Let them keep the penthouse view, I'll take the mud between my toes. What the mountain knows for free, the city forgot long ago. Some nights I hear the highway moaning half a mile away. Trucks full of people rushing toward another yesterday. And I whisper to the fireflies, God, there's a little peace, 'cause everything they're chasing is exactly what they'll leave. One day they'll write a headline, sing or vanished from the scene. The sparrows' harmonies they never sold, dying wealthy in the only currency that can't grow. The truth don't carry price tags, don't bend for no reward. You can buy the whole damn industry, but you cannot buy the truth lives in Oh no, no, yeah. They threw me in the furnace, yeah. Thought the heat would break my will, but I ain't made of paper, no. I'm the iron on the hill. The flames, they lick my spirit, but they couldn't burn my soul. Yeah. Every trial, every pressure, just making me more whole. Destroyed but purified. What don't melt me makes me iron. Gold refined from what I survived. Oh, I'm forged in fire, soul's desire. Yeah. Every wound becomes my strength. The blaze that tried to break me became the light I walk at length. Yeah. See, the blacksmith knows the secret. Raw metal needs the flame. Oh, without the heat and hammer, sword and stone remain the same. So bring your hottest moment. Yeah, I'll be dancing in the coals. The furnace is my teacher, burning lies, revealing gold. I'm forged in fire, rising higher, not destroyed but purified. What don't melt me makes me iron. Gold refined from what I survived. Ashes, ashes, we don't fall down. Phoenix spirit wearing crown. What they meant for breaking built a king from holy ground. The fire couldn't own me, 'cause the fire lives in me. Molten hot now, solid glory, shape for my destiny. Still burning, still learning, still rising from the flame. Oh, every fire that touched me only glorified my name. They stitched the blindfold before I ever learned to see. Fed me someone else's dream and called it destiny. Classroom walls are painted white but built with phantom bricks. Every answer memorized, another crucifix.
Mama said be grateful, Papa said be still. Swallowed every doctrine like a governmental pill. But something in the marrow, something underneath the skin was scraping at the coffin they had buried me within. Shatter the invisible chain, chain, chain. Wake up from the false dream running through your veins. They can program the mind, but they can't code the soul. I'm digging through the static till I find the one that's whole. Television preachers say salvation got a price. Corner store philosophers selling paradise. They manufactured hunger so they sell you back the feast. Gave you east and called it west. Gave you war and called it peace. I watch my brother trade his fire for a desk. Watch my sister shrink herself to fit inside a dress. Not the fabric kind they cut from expectation. A tailor-made surrender sewn by every generation. Shatter the invisible chain, chain, chains. Wake up from the false dream running through your veins. They can legislate the body, but they can't evict the ghost. I'm burning every blueprint where they need me comatose. You were not born to fit inside a box that someone else built from their fear. The lock was always, always on the inside, inside. I used to dream in grayscale. Every morning felt the same. Punch the clock, perform the smile, answer to a borrowed name. But one night the static cracked, I heard a frequency beneath, like the earth was moaning truce between her soil and her teeth. Now I read the silence louder than I read the news. I unlearned the walking and remembered how to choose. Every thought they planted, I'm uprooting from the floor. What they called my ceiling was a door, was a door, was a door. Shatter the invisible chain, chain, chain. Wake up from the false dream, drowning out your name. They can fence the land, but they can't fence the mind. I left their manufactured sleep forever behind. The lock was on the inside. Turn it, turn it, turn it.
What will they say when we're gone? What will remain when the song is done? I watched my grandfather's hands grow old, cracked like the earth, but his heart was gold. He never owned a house or drove a car, but every soul he touched still bears his scar. He'd say, sit down, boy, and listen well. The richest man has got no tale to tell. If all he built was towers made of stone, 'cause towers fall and then you stand alone. He left no money in a bank somewhere, but 40 years later people say his prayer. So tell me now,
What's the point of gold
if it turns to dust?
What's the point of crowns if they only rust?
Love is the only thing we leave behind. Kindness the only treasure you will find. When the world forgets your name and erased. Love remains in place. I see them chasing paper all day long, building empires but the foundation's wrong. $1 million in a golden frame, but not one person who remembers your name. My grandmother, she baked bread for the street, knew every neighbor and the kid she'd meet. She'd give her last coin to a stranger's hand, and 40 years later they still remember that woman. No statue standing and no written will, but her love is living, breathing still. So tell me now,
What's the point of fame?
if it fades to black?
What's the point of things you can't take back?
Love is the only thing we leave behind. Kindness the only treasure you will find. When the world forgets your name and face, love remains
In place.
We come with nothing and we leave the same, but love and kindness never lose their flame. The only wealth that death cannot erase. Love remains in place. I don't want a mansion on a hill, I don't want my name on a dollar bill. I just want one person at my grave to say he was kind to me on my darkest day. That's enough. That's more than enough. That's everything. So hold your children close and tell them this: the greatest gift you'll give is not a kiss, it's not the shoes you buy or trips you take, it's showing up for people when they break. It's the call you made when no one called, it's the hand you held when someone crawled, it's the quiet things that no one sees. Those are the seeds that grow to forest trees. 100 years from now they won't recall your car, your house, your clothes at all, but if you love them right, they'll pass it on. Your love becomes a river flowing strong. Love is the only thing we leave behind. Kindness the only treasure you will find. When the world forgets your name and face,
Love remains in place.
we come with nothing and we leave the same, but love and kindness never lose their flame. The only wealth that death cannot erase.
Love remains, love remains.
Love remains. Love remains when everything is gone. Love remains. Love remains. Everybody running like they late for something, chasing clocks that never stop their ticking. Feet on fire but they don't know where, burning daylight, breathing poison here. I see them sprinting past the cherry blossoms, too fast to catch the morning dew, racing to a finish line that keeps on moving. Tell me now, what good that do? I'm a slow walker in a fast world, taking every step with intention. While they run in circles, going nowhere, I'm arriving at my own dimension. Slow walker, path unfurled, ain't no race I'm trying to win. Every footstep kissing Mother Earth, slow outside, but deep within. They call me lazy cause I stop and breathe, watch the river bend before I cross. They check their watches 40 times an hour, and still they wonder why they feel so lost. Speed is just another kind of blindness. Blur the world until it disappears. But when you walk with patient, rooted footsteps, every single detail becomes clear. I'm a slow walker in a fast world, taking every step with intention, while they run in circles, going nowhere. I'm arriving at my own dimension. Slow walker, steady stalker of the peace they cannot find, moving like a river, not the rapids, leaving all the rushing far behind. Oh, tall doves knew what hell forgot. The finish line ain't worth the lie. If you miss the journey getting there, you arrive with empty hands and stare. The oak tree never hurried growing, took 100 years to touch the sky. But when a storm comes tearing through the forest, the rushing weeds are first to die. I count my footsteps like a meditation. Feel the gravel underneath my soul. Notice how the shadows shift each hour. These are riches that the runners stole from themselves and all their hurry, trading presents for some future goals. But the slow walker stays exactly here, where the living matters more. Step, then run. Let the speed demons pass me by. I ain't racing to my grave, no brother. I'm just learning how to fly. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Life is waiting in the night. Slow down. Every step was take goodbye. Before the pharmacy had walls, before the capsule and the pill, the earth was already teaching anyone who'd kneel. Grandmother rooted in the hillside spoke a dialect of green. Every leaf a sacred letter, every stem a prayer unseen. She said the body is a temple, but the garden is the priest. What grows between the cracks knows how to calm the beast. Fever bow to elderflower, chamomile for the spinning head. Rosemary remembers what the anxious mind forgets. This is the sacrament of leaves, medicine the mountain gave for free. Not for the party, not for a skip, for opening the gates of what we're meant to be. Sacrament of leaves, planted by a hand we cannot see. Inhale the wisdom, exhale the change. Let the chlorophyll run through your veins. Ganja sitting in the chalice, not for fooling with the brain, but to quiet down the static
Let the Spirit speak plain. The elders say approach with reverence. Leave your ego at the door. You're not chasing any high. You're digging deep to find the floor. Glued orders for the dreamer who forgot how to float. Mock word draw the visions like a hand around the throat. Dashing flowers spill the trampling when the world demand too much. Every petal is a scripture if you're gentle with your terms. This is the sacrament of leaves, communing with the root and bark and seed. Not recreation, restoration, healing what the modern world won't eat. Sacrament of leaves, older than the oldest creed. The soil remember every wound and grows the cure we need. Oh, the cure we need. Babylon sell you the sickness, then sell you the remedy twice. Back is the sacred in plastic, put a patent on paradise. But the dandelion don't ask for payment. The nettle don't demand a receipt. Job pharmacy open always, right there beneath your feet. I've seen a man sit with the vine and weep for 7 years of grief. Watch the burden finally lay down underneath the leaf. This ain't about getting lost, it's about remembering the way. When you're sober to the nonsense, every green thing got something to say. Time for courage, sage for cleansing what no longer serves. Lavender to soothe the frayed and overworked nerve. The forest is a library, the meadow is a hymn. Every herb a key that fit a lark we hid within. This is the sacrament of leaves, the gateway that was never locked it on. Not for running from a body, but for answering the soul when it calls. Sacrament of leaves, Jah botanical decree. I don't smoke to disappear, I burn to fight his heat. I burn to fight his heat.
Oh, clock hand freeze mid-swing when the drummers start to sing. Second hand forget its job and the minute hand just stop. My feet press the wooden floor and the world outside the door fold itself into a crease. Time surrender, time release. No tomorrow in this rhythm, no yesterday inside this chord. Every breath become the only scripture, every heartbeat become the only word. When the body start to sway, eternity is now, not someday. The present moment, stretch and bend, a circle that will never end. Dance is the clock that got no hands. Singing is the hourglass filled with sand that never fall, that never drain. Just hold the golden drop and stay. made of wood and stone. The room smelled like warm skin on wood, like standing where an old tree stood. My shadow on the wall don't move the same. It lag behind, forget my name, because the body found a door between the second and the second before. Between the second and the second before. We're made of sound with no ceiling and no floor. You step inside the note step inside you, and look like I knew. Turn her throat to stone, then to water, then to air. Sound dissolved, but she's still there, hanging in the space between what was felt and what was seen. The audience forget to clap because they fell inside at the gap. No tick, no tock, just a body and the rock of the rhythm. Back and forth, south, they call me holy north. Feet still pressing wooden floor. Eternity, nothing more. Drop low, I see emerald grow from the speaker cone to the marrow of my bone. Green and gold it flow, like honey moving slow through the chambers of my chest, where the rhythm come to rest. Music got a color, music got a smell. Every frequency a story that the silence cannot tell. Bass bang green and gold across my tempo walls, and the hi-hat shimmer silver when it falls. Music got a color, music got a smell. Every frequency a story that the silence cannot tell. Bass bang green and gold across my tempo walls, and the hi-hat shimmer silver way more falls. Snare drum tastes like copper on my tongue. Every melody a perfume when the song begun. Keyboard breathe out lavender and smoke. Guitar string release the scent of burning oak. I don't just hear the sound, I wear it like a skin. The outside world dissolves, the music settling. You ever close your eyes and see the frequency? Gold dust floating where the low end used to be. Smell the bass line, earth and root and rain. Sound becomes a color, color becomes the name. Green and gold. is a spiral in my skull. Been scratching at the bone since I was small. Beat tap tap against the wall. Feather bank from trying not to fall. I built that cage with caution wire. Twisted it from things I was told to admire. Safe job, straight line speak when spoken to. The bird went quiet around 22. But quiet is not the same as gone. A sleeping wing still know the song. Muscle memory inside the down. One crack of light and she turn around. Open the cage at the base of the brain. Let the flock scatter into the rain. Every idea got a wingspan wide enough to carry what you keep inside. Paint it, sing it, carve it from clay. Press the word into the page and walk away. The skull was never meant to hold them all. Even God let the first bird fall. My grandmother kept finches on her porch. Brass cage smelled like rust and old torch. She said a bird that don't sing will chew its own chest, pluck itself bald from the neck to the breast. That image stay with me like ink in skin. What happened to the thought you never let begin? It eat itself, it rot inside the shell. A song unsung become its own self. 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 The melody you swallowed, you can always tell. We press against the floor like a fist made of sound. Up there it is, still shaking the ground. I watched a boy in Kingston draw with chalk on a wall that government say don't talk. Purple horse, the 7 eyes, running through a field of telephone lies. Nobody told him that was art. He just let the creature leave his heart. Chalk dust on his knee and elbow crease. Man of lives, own rain and cheap hair grease. He didn't frame it, get inside his name. The wall was clean before the evening came. But the horse still running somewhere in his brain, waiting for the next crawl and the next rain. Oh, creativity is not a gift they hand you at the door. It is the door you've been standing in front of.